Welcome to the Saturday Night Showdown. Now, we're used to politicians getting away with lying, but a German politician has been prosecuted for telling the truth. Marie-Thérèse Kaiser is a politician for the AfD, a right-wing German party who've been soaring in the polls as Germany, like many European countries, grapples with the consequences of open borders. She posted on social media, Afghanistan refugees, Hamburg SPD, mayor for unbureaucratic admission, welcoming culture for gang rape. It probably made sense in German. She also warned of the risk to women from culturally alien masses. She was convicted of incitement to hatred, and when she appealed against this decision, she lost. She now has a criminal record. Even though she's obviously too hot to go to jail, man, how come Germans get politicians who look like that and we get Ed Miliband? It's just not fair. Miss Kaiser's comments are harsh and probably sounded even harsher in German and with the surname like Kaiser. But she's not wrong. The Hamburg mayor she's referring to was campaigning to bring Afghan men to Germany. And official government figures show that Afghan men are hugely more likely to commit gang rape. Not twice as likely, 10 times as likely. She was telling the truth. The judge even said it was irrelevant for the assessment whether or not incitement to hatred posts referred to actual facts. And it's just one part of a problem that the establishment has tried to cover up, deny and censor. Over 1 million people have moved to Germany each year over the last decade, often from pretty culturally distant places. And when I say culturally distant, I mean violent medieval tribal societies where gays are killed with rocks, children are sold into marriage, and women not only don't have rights, they're seen as fair game for men who feel entitled to do what they want. Since opening the floodgates of mass migration, Germany has experienced a startling rise in sexual violence, most notoriously in the 2015 mass sexual assaults where mobs of immigrant men attacked German women. The authorities tried to cover it up, but the stories leaked out, and even left-wing papers such as The Guardian had to acknowledge the problem and encourage it to be discussed. And it's surely understandable that a woman might have concerns about this. And you'd think that the left-wing political establishment, which is usually so keen to appear feminist and stand in solidarity with women, would listen to her. Obviously, she's not suggesting that all Afghan men commit these crimes. There are 419,000 Afghans living in Germany. Only a tiny proportion were implicated in these crimes. But it's about proportionality. What's even crazier is that since Marie-Thérèse said this in 2021, the issue has got even worse. Violent crime in Germany is now at its highest level since 2009, and the proportion of suspects that are foreigners has risen by 14.4%. Nearly half of all robbery and theft in Germany is committed by foreigners, and 75% of crime victims are German citizens. It's exactly the sort of problem politicians should be focusing their attention on to fix it, or at least not make the situation worse. The prosecution of Ms. Kaiser for posting facts drew attention around the world. Elon Musk asked, "Are you saying the fine was for repeating accurate government statistics? Was there anything inaccurate in what she said?" And Jordan Peterson said, "Remember when the Venezuelan government made it illegal for physicians to report death by starvation?" Well, I do. And just like Venezuela, European countries are now hiding the social problems that are the inevitable result of allowing a medieval culture into a permissive modern society. Sweden has stopped recording the ethnicity of criminals completely. And according to Tory MP Neil O'Brien, the British government has stopped recording key information about the effects of immigration on Britain's welfare system, its taxes, its crime levels and its prison system. He claims the Office for National Statistics has even stopped recording how many foreign nationals are living in Britain. But hiding a problem doesn't make it go away. It makes it worse. When I worked as a criminal intelligence analyst, we believed that ignoring an overrepresentation of criminals in a demographic group doesn't help that group. In fact, as most criminals victimise people in the same ethnic group as themselves, when the establishment covers up crimes, it hurts the people they pretend that they're protecting. And when crime problems are allowed to fester and grow, and anyone who points them out is persecuted by the authorities, the inevitable backlash will just get bigger and will destroy public trust in the authorities, which we're now seeing as the establishment attempts to silence Miss Kaiser's party, the AfD. The German government recently won a court battle to keep the AfD under surveillance. AfD politicians have been targeted with sting operations, and laws have been passed to allow their financial donors to be targeted. The government even looked at banning the AfD outright. Hilariously, they say this needs to be done to preserve democracy, because nothing preserves democracy better than banning political parties. You'd think Germany, of all places, might have a bit of awareness as to where that kind of thing can lead. And it's happening in other countries too. Anti-immigration Geert Wilders stormed to victory in the Dutch elections 6 months ago, but has only just been allowed to get agreement from other parties to form a government. He was elected by the people, but the establishment did everything they could to keep him from power. Meanwhile, polls across Europe show that on average 7 out of 10 Europeans believe that their country takes in too many migrants. Surely a democratic society would listen to the public rather than remove their ability to express themselves at the ballot box. And the truth can never be illegal. If it is, we're back in the world of blasphemy laws, where Galileo was put under arrest and threatened with torture because he revealed the truth that the Earth wasn't the centre of the universe. The Earth goes around the sun. And our left-wing establishment needs to learn that democracy doesn't revolve around them. Voters are at the centre.